everybody, John here again, and this video I'm getting ready to show you is another swarm that I caught this year. I'm going to call it the windiest swarm catch ever. Thank God that it wasn't very high up in the tree, but it's kind of unique because as I tell you in the video, it's pretty noisy, and I do apologize for the wind, but I don't know how to get it out of the video. But this was the third time I think we caught a swarm on this little tree. Again, the wind was blowing so hard that the bees were acting a little different than they had in the past. Usually they go pretty well right on in the box and they'll fan a little bit, and you can close the lid up and take off. But that day there, like I say, the wind was blowing so hard, they started coming out the bottom of the box where I have the holes for the entrance at the bottom, and they were just doing some funny things, and I didn't know if I missed the queen or if by chance they just couldn't smell her very good. So I was looking around there and I ended up finding a queen on the ground. So that's what you see me catching and putting in a little clip. That is the first time I've ever caught one like that on a swarm. Actually found one and caught her. So I thought that was kind of neat. But then I'll tell you a little bit more as we go through the video. There you'll see what I found there once before. So I just put the queen back in the truck and watched the bees. They still acted funny for about another 20 minutes or so, and I thought, well, maybe that queen isn't in there. So I ended up taking her in the queen clip, and I put it inside the box. Ended up getting them all in there and closed up and brought them home. And when I brought them home, I called a friend that was going to take the bees and put them in their hive, apiary, maybe apiary. So they came and got them, and I said, you just might want to watch when you're putting them in there to see if there's another queen, because they've been acting pretty funny with this. They ended up taking them home, putting them, hiving them, and they called me back and said yes, there was actually another queen with them. So they ended up, I don't know if they ended up splitting them and maybe having two hives, but they did use the queen for maybe starting another little hive of bees. So it was pretty neat to see that. And I've been told in the past that there can be several queens in a swarm, so it's interesting to finally see that happen. And again, these swarms here that I've caught like this one, it's not the primary swarm. It's been maybe a secondary or a cast swarm, they call it, or third. So things have been a little different and interesting to kind of watch. And that's another reason why I thought this might be a neat one to watch. Again, as always, thank you for watching. Sorry for the noise. It's even kind of windy a little bit today, but not near as bad as that day. So have a good day. Hello everybody, it's John again. This is the third time a swarm has landed on this little redbud tree. It's a very windy day. It's been rainy for the last few days and cold, so I knew today might be a possibility for a swarm to go out. It's about 79, 80 degrees, and it's so windy. I just got the call on this. It's about 12:30, close to 1 o'clock maybe. So I'm just going to try to throw them in here again. Good fortune so far. We'll see if I can't maybe get it done one more time here. I don't know if they're fanning because it's so windy, but they're already lined up here and fanning, and it makes you think that the queen we got dumped in there. It's been really easy to get these off of this little red bud. It's so windy now, it's about to blow my lid off my container here. But we'll work with this here and see if we can't get them to get in here in the next few minutes. We've been able to catch them off of this tree in about 20 to 30 minutes, so it's worked really good. Folks, I thought the queen went in there, and she might have, but here's a queen right here on the ground. Can you see her there?
Mm-hmm.
And they don't appear to be attacking her. So actually, this is the first time I've ever caught a queen. Now there's a good chance, the last one I caught here, they had swarmed and landed on a chicken house, and they took off right before I got here, and I found a queen that they were killing on top of the chicken house, and the bees were all in the air flying around. So I kept looking around, and they all of a sudden started settling, and I found a queen, and they were there surrounding that queen and killing her. So evidently in that swarm there was two queens, because one was a virgin, a small little queen, and they killed her, and then I still was able to catch the swarm and hive it, and it's doing fine. So I'll have to make sure that this isn't more than one queen in this swarm here too. I'll move it over to our truck, and we'll just see if the bees continue to go in here or not. And if they do, there's a good chance that there was another queen here. I really don't know yet whether there's another queen inside. This time that it is taking them a while to settle down. A lot of bees that are coming out of the entrances I got at the bottom here, coming in and going out. Usually they don't do that too much. They are fanning really good here, but it's so windy right now. That's messing them up. Not on the tree anymore, of course. Staying again right around the box here. I'll just have to watch the entrance here and see if they start